Welcome back to Gavel Gossip, where the drama hits harder than a gavel slam. Today's custody clash is serving primetime chaos with a side of spicy shade. Trust me, you're not ready for this level of courtroom theatrics. The unfiltered emotions, the legal jargon, the subtle digs, it's all playing out like a legal reality TV marathon. So, the big question, will justice be served, or will the drama completely steal the spotlight? Alright, grab your popcorn because we're diving into the juiciest moments from this emotional hearing.
Okay. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Mr. Ruffin, can I have you move your cap there, please? Appreciate it. Thank you. So is everyone ready to proceed? We can proceed then. The referee will call a case of Kelly Hernandez versus LaRon Ruffin, case number 24-001435. And this is a hearing regarding custody and parenting time. As the history in this matter is that back on September 4th, 2024, the court found that Kelly and LaRon are the biological parents of the minor child, Kimberly Ruffin, who is currently 22 months old. The court also awarded Ms. Hernandez temporary sole legal custody, reserved parenting time until further order of the court, and referred legal custody and parenting time to the referee for a hearing, which brings us here today. And we are holding this hearing via Zoom, audio and visual. Present, we have Kelly Hernandez and LaRon Ruffin. Kelly and LaRon, can I have both of you please raise your right hands? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And Kelly, can you state your name for the record, please?
Kaylee Hernandez.
Mr. Ruffin, can you state your name for the record, please?
LaRon Ruffin.
And ma'am, you could put your hand down. I apologize for that. Kelly and LaRon, have the two of you discussed custody and parenting time, legal custody and parenting time of your daughter?
No.
No? Oh, okay. LaRon, are you currently having some parenting time with Kimberly?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. Have you had any parenting time with Kimberly since she's been born?
Yes.
Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
Roughly about maybe a week or two ago.
Okay. And how long did you see her for that week or two?
About 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. How did that visit come about?
Her mother just popped up.
Meaning she came to your house?
She came to my mom's house where I'm currently at right now, yes.
Okay. Is that correct, Kelly?
Yes.
All right. Kelly, as far as custody and parenting time, do you have a proposal as far as that should be?
Not really, no.
Okay. It sounds like, are you open to any whatever custody and parenting time the two of you can agree on?
Yes and no.
Okay. Can you elaborate on that, ma'am?
The reason why he hasn't seen her is because he expected me to drive her, to drop her off, and pick her up from him.
Okay. So if he was able to come to your house or to your residence, whatever, to pick Kimberly up, you would be okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have something in mind how often he would be able to see Kimberly?
Well, I don't know his work schedule.
Okay. All right. LaRon, do you have a proposal as far as custody and parenting time?
So can we back up a little bit? So we both have talked about something, or actually she came with several proposals, but there was always a change in when I guess she was probably mad at me or something may happen. So at first she came up with, every other day, and then she came up with every other Thursday through Monday, when she agreed to be able to drop baby girl off and pick her up.
Okay.
So those are things that she came up with. I'm very easygoing. I'm just letting you know the game plan. I'm not here to argue, debate. Is when it comes to a child, both parents should be in a child's life. But agree with is the fact of, when I say certain stuff, it get taken out of character. Just like the last time, said to a baby girl, like, I'll see you in another 2 weeks. And I guess she got mad. And now, here we are today. There was also an incident when she wanted to do this before. And also the person who came to drop paperwork off, like, hey, I only did this because I was mad at him. So it seems like every time that she gets upset, I get the backlash from it.
LaRon, of the proposals that Kelly told you, which one of those did you find agreeable with?
Everything was agreeable.
Okay. Well, what would you like to see as far as your parenting time?
So mainly, if we can switch it up a bit, if we can go back to the every other Thursday through Monday, and also if I can pick her up from work because we're her job because we done that before. So that way she don't have to drive to me. I don't have to drive to her. And just like she just stated, she stopped doing certain things because I expected her to pick up and drop off. Well, you said that in the beginning. And also, if that was a big issue, why did you just randomly pop up at my mom's house for me to see her for 5 minutes? If that was an issue.
LaRon, where do you live?
I currently am 123 East Taylor, Flint, Michigan, 48505.
Okay.
Which is 5-10 minutes away from where she works.
And Kelly, where do you live?
I live in Chesaning, Michigan.
Okay. But you work 5 minutes from LaRon?
From where his mom lives, from work, yeah, it's about 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, Kelly, LaRon said he was okay with every other Thursday to Monday. Would that work for you?
No, because I would rather him not have her that long, because the fact that he couldn't be there last week for her to watch her while she was sick and I couldn't take her to daycare and he told me no, I'm not going to agree with that.
Are you okay with every other weekend?
Yes, that would be fine.
And I say every other weekend, meaning Friday to Sunday.
Which is fine, just as long as obviously I have to be to work by 3:15.
Okay.
And Kimberly and I do have a schedule. Mm-hmm. So if I could get her back by 4:00 on Sundays, that would be perfectly fine.
Okay. LaRon, would you be okay with every other weekend?
No, because due to the fact of she's bringing up a portion when she was sick. You don't want me to watch her when she's perfectly healthy and keep her, but yet you want me to bail you out because you have to go to work. That's not.
When have you asked to see her?
I'm so confused. I have all the receipts and everything. And
okay, sir, she's proposing right now. You don't have any parenting time. She's proposing that you have every other weekend.
Why can't it be I'm fine with whatever. Like I say, I'm not arguing.
Well, I don't want to pressure you into agreeing to something, but she's proposing every other weekend, Friday to Sunday, and bear in mind you don't have any parenting time right now, but that would start you with some parenting time.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Also, can we alternate holidays?
Yeah, we could discuss that. So if we do every other weekend, Friday to Sunday, Kelly again, what would be the exchange time for Friday?
As long as he can be to my job by 3:15 to grab her, that is perfectly fine. But does he have a car seat for her? And does he have a vehicle?
We'll find that out. Okay. Would you be able to pick her up, LaRon, at 3:15 at Kelly's work?
Yes, and I have a car seat.
Okay.
I hope so.
All right.
See, that is not necessary. Like you...
just ignore it.
I'm trying, but
just ignore it. Yeah. I know it's tough. It's tough, but just ignore it. So if we do it Friday at 3:15, and normally how the front of the court does is the beginning, LaRon, of your parenting time. You're going to go pick up Kimberly at Callie's workplace, and then on that Sunday, Callie is going to come and pick up Kimberly from you, LaRon. That's how the front of the court does it. So if we do Sunday's exchange, what time are the two of you able to exchange on Sundays?
4.
Is 4:00 work for you?
Everything is perfect.
Okay. And to Sunday at 4 p.m. And we're going to follow the front of the court's parenting time requirements. And I'm going to attach that to the order here. Now that's parenting time. Now we have to talk about legal custody. Legal custody means which parent or parents are able to discuss major decisions in Kimberly's life, such as any medical decisions, any medical emergencies, school placements, school decisions, extracurricular activity decisions. Callie, do you believe that you and LaRon have an open line of communication whereby the two of you can communicate about Kimberly and her what's going on in her life?
Absolutely not.
Okay, why do you say that?
It just does not work well.
Okay. Again, you don't have an open line of communication with him?
No.
LaRon, is that correct? There's no line of communication?
Subpar. Eggshells when I have to talk to her, but...
Well, when you contact her, does Kelly respond?
When she wants to. I try to reach out to see my child. She blatantly says, I will not answer your phone calls. I will not answer your text messages. So it's not just me. It's both of us. we got to find some kind of common ground. It's not about us no more. What can we do to better, assist this child in growing up? I'm not about to kiss nobody but just to have a conversation. I should be able to talk freely without basically cussing you out. I should be able to talk.
So, LaRon, are you willing to talk with Callie about what's going on in Kimberly's life?
100%.
How about you, Callie? Would you be able to speak with LaRon with what's going on in Kimberly's life?
I mean, I've tried, but it doesn't get far.
There's an app. Do the two of you have smartphones?
Yes, it's a text app, so everything runs through you guys.
Yeah, you're aware of App Close, LaRon? Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, I was aware.
Okay. Yeah. Kelly, you've heard of that before?
No.
It's an app that you put on your phone, and it has a capability of texting each other. And those texts cannot be deleted, modified, so if ever they have to be used in court, they can be used in court. It also has a calendar so that either of you can place any appointments that Kimberly has on there. And then when she gets older, if she's doing any sports or any other things like that, that can be placed on there as well. There is also a video communication capability. I don't know if that's needed in this case, but the fact that AppClose has this text communication may be able to help with the communication breakdown that the two of you have. Kelly, would you be able to communicate with LaRon over this AppClose app?
Yeah.
How about you, LaRon?
100%.
Okay. So if the two of you use AppClose, then I'm going to propose that the both of you share legal custody of Kimberly, meaning that the two of you would have to talk with each other through AppClose about what's going on in Kimberly's life. Now, if the two of you cannot communicate, or not, I should say communicate, if the two of you cannot agree on that certain decision, then one of you would have to file a motion with the court to bring it before the court, and then the court will determine the decision for you, whatever's in the best interest of Kimberly. Does that work for you, Callie?
I don't agree with us sharing.
Okay, I'm trying to find some common ground if the two of you can agree on legal custody. If you cannot agree on those things, then what we're going to do is go through some factors. There's 12 best interest factors that the law has that determines what custody is in the best interest of Kimberly, and then we would go through those. So, Callie, you do not agree to sharing legal custody with LaRon?
That's correct.
Okay, all right. So let's go through these matters then, these factors. And the first, and let me back up before we get into these factors. Kelly, how long have you known LaRon?
3-4 years now.
And how did the two of you meet?
When he worked at my job.
And is this the current job you work at?
Yes, General Motors.
Okay. And during that time that you met him, did the two of you date?
Not at first.
How long did the two of you date?
Well, about a year, a little over a year.
Okay. And did the two of you ever live together?
I lived with him for a couple of months.
And what year was that?
Back in 2023.
And when can you give me a year when the two of you met?
2020.
Okay. So the two of you lived together for a couple months, and the time that Kimberly was conceived, were the two of you living together?
No.
Okay. So when did you and LaRon break up?
October of 2023.
So when Kimberly was born on December 9th of 2022, the two of you were not living together?
No.
And when she was born, or shortly thereafter, did LaRon ever see Kimberly?
Yes.
Okay. Can you give me a year that the two of you separated?
2023.
2023, all right. And since Kimberly's been born, can you tell me how many times LaRon has actually seen Kimberly?
Quite a bit, because he'd watch her while I went to work. And then when...
Okay. How often would he see Kimberly while you were at work?
He was my babysitter, pretty much, so...
Okay. So did he babysit Kimberly every day?
Yes.
For how many hours?
It depended on our job. We never really know until we go into work.
So he basically babysat Kimberly while you were at work during your shift?
Yes.
Okay. And is there a time that stopped? That he was no longer the babysitter?
Yes, when I moved out.
Moved out of what? The home?
His apartment.
Okay. You stated before that the two of you were living together for a couple months. That was before Kimberly was born, right?
No, that was after she was born.
After she was born, the two of you were living for a couple months, and during those couple of months is when LaRon was was watching Kimberly.
Yeah.
And when did that, and that was in 2023. Can you tell me a month when that 2-month period ended?
No.
Okay. All right. So after the two of you separated, stopped living together, did LaRon continue to see Kimberly?
He had her like every other weekend, and then when I moved out to Chesaning, he hasn't seen her.
Okay. So every other weekend was Friday to Sunday?
Yes.
All right. Was there a reason why that the every other weekend stopped?
Yeah, when I moved in my home in May, I decided to take her to him Thursday till Monday, and that stopped because I was not going to keep putting up with the things he would say to me.
Okay. All right. Now, LaRon, what Kelly stated as far as your dating relationship and how long you've known each other, is that accurate?
Some of it, yes.
Okay, what is not accurate?
So she's correct with the 2020 meeting her. She's correct about living with me for a few months. She's also correct about, dropping her off, but she's failing to mention that she also moved upstairs. And from the
So what? Your home?
Yeah, well, we stayed in an apartment complex. So when she moved out, she moved upstairs.
Within the same apartment complex?
She went to her mother's for a little while, and then all of a sudden she moved upstairs. And I also would have baby girl while she goes to work.
And that's after the two of you stopped living together?
But yes.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So how, after the two of you separated, how often were you seeing or babysitting Kimberly?
Well, I don't understand the use of term babysitting. You don't babysit.
I understand that too. But just keep it clear. I understand, but just to keep it clear, how often did you see or spend time with Kimberly after the two of you separated?
Every day.
Every day. Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday?
Monday through Sunday, Sunday through whatever, however we fixing it. The only time that I wouldn't have her is when, she would.
And the times that you had her after you and Callie separated, was that when Callie was at work?
Well, during the time she was at work, and even when she's at home, when she needed a so-called rest or time to herself.
Callie, what LaRon stated after the two of you separated, is that true, that he saw Kimberly basically every day?
Yeah, because I did live above him because I had asked him about putting an application in there. After I filled out the application is when he told me it was for the one upstairs above him, but I didn't care at that point.
Okay.
So when I would go to work, I would take Kimberly to him, and he would watch her, and then I'd get her in the mornings. And then I'd drop her off before I went to work, and then I'd get her in the mornings.
Okay. Kelly, do you believe that you have a mutual relationship with your daughter?
Yes.
What things do you and her do together?
Well, it really depends. We like to go outside and run around and pick up a lot of sticks. She likes to play on her slide. We like to go to the park. We like to go for our walks and hang out and watch our movies.
Do you believe that LaRon has a mutual relationship with your daughter, with both your daughters?
He did.
He did?
Oh, jeez.
When did that end?
Since, I moved out here and he hasn't wanted to ask to see her or ask how she's doing.
So the reason that he has not seen Kimberly is because he has not asked you to see her.
Correct.
When was the last time that LaRon saw Kimberly? I think we went over this before, but please refresh my memory.
Yeah, he seen her when I did show up after church, so he could see her. But before that,
when was that?
A couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And then before then, I want to say June, since she stayed with him.
How long?
Other than that,
how long did she stay with LaRon in June?
The Thursday till Monday.
Okay. All right. So if LaRon would have contacted you, say, hey, can I see Kimberly? You would have allowed him to see her?
Of course.
Would you have allowed LaRon to have overnights with Kimberly?
Yes.
Okay. So, but for the fact that he's not asked you to see Kimberly, you don't believe that he has a mutual relationship with Kimberly?
Correct.
LaRon, do you believe you have a mutual relationship with Kimberly?
Yes.
What things do you and her do together?
So even during the 10 minutes that she popped up to the house, baby girl jumped out her arms basically and ran to me. So, there's no love lost there just because I haven't been there. And for the sake of just because I haven't said it in the way that she thought that I should ask her, my child, she's blatantly will ignore my calls, ignore my text messages, and just ignore me. How can I get or build any kind of relationship with her or my child if this is happening? So once again, it's just not me. It's both of us. And the things that we do share, just like similar to her, we'll go to the park. We'll go run around. She'll chase me around the house. I'll chase her around the house. I'll toss her in the air and we flips and stuff. And we just have a great time.
Kelly, I'm probably gonna mess this up. Keep doing it, Kelly. Kelly or Kimberly. But Kelly, are you able to provide Kimberly with love and affection?
Yes.
You attend church, is that correct?
Yes.
Is Kimberly baptized?
No, she's not baptized.
All right. And do you believe that LaRon is able to provide Kimberly with love and affection?
Yes.
Okay. LaRon, do you believe that Callie is able to provide Kimberly with love and affection?
Yeah.
And are you practicing any religion?
Yes, I go to church.
Okay. LaRon or Callie, are the two of you, have you ever discussed or thought by yourself if Kimberly's going to be baptized?
No, we haven't talked about that.
Okay. Is that correct, Callie?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And Callie, you're currently still working for General Motors?
Correct.
And do you provide health insurance through your employer?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And Kimberly's under your health insurance?
Yes, she is.
LaRon, are you currently working?
Not at the moment. I'm dealing with a legal obligation for General Motors at the moment, but I did business. So I'm going through those channels right now so I can be able to make money and provide for our daughter.
You cut out there. Are you self-employed or you're looking at another business? I couldn't hear you, what you said.
My own business.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the name of your business?
Well, I'm going to butcher the name, but it's basically in English. It's For Love Oils, which I have 4 children that I love. And so I just named it after them.
Okay.
And disagrees with.
How long has this business been in place?
It just really started. Like I just got all the tools and things that I need to be able to get out there. The only thing that I'm waiting for now for my website up and running.
Are you generating any income right now?
Not at the moment.
So how are you supporting yourself financially?
Well, for right now, I'm not generating any, but like I said, I'm waiting on my internet stuff to get done and open so I can open it to the public.
But were you terminated or you voluntarily quit your previous job?
Terminated, but I have a grievance set in place to where I'm fighting for my job because the allegations that was, presented to me, I have proof that I didn't do it.
And that was General Motors?
Yes.
And you're currently living with your mother?
My mom at the moment, yes.
Okay. And you're not paying for health insurance at this time?
No.
Okay. Callie, you take Kimberly to her doctor's appointments, dental, medical?
Correct.
Has LaRon ever taken Kimberly to those appointments?
Yes.
That's true, LaRon?
Yes.
Okay. And Kimberly, you're currently living in Chesaning, correct?
Kayleen, yes.
What was that?
Yes.
Yes. How long have you been in Chesaning?
I bought my house in April and I moved in May 3rd.
How many bedrooms?
It is a 3-bedroom house.
How many bathrooms?
1.
Does Kimberly have her own bedroom?
Yes, she does.
Does anyone else live there with you?
No.
Any plans on moving from that home anytime soon?
No.
And LaRon, you are currently living in Flint, Michigan, correct? You have to. We didn't hear you there. Sometimes your connection's cutting out. So can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. And how long have you been living at your mother's house in Flint?
About 2-3 months.
All right. And where did you live before that?
Grand Oaks Apartments.
And where's that located?
Grand Blanc, Michigan.
How long did you work? How long did you live there?
About a year and a half, but off and on, I've been out there about 11, 12 years.
And the reason that you moved in with your mother is because of the whole thing that's going on with General Motors.
Correct.
And how big is your mother's home?
2-bedroom, 1 bathroom.
Would Kimberly have her own bedroom if she stayed there?
No.
Has she ever stayed there at your mother's house?
Not spend a night, no.
Okay. If she were to spend the night, do you have accommodations for Kimberly, such as a bed?
Yes.
Okay. Other than you and your mother, does anyone else live there?
No.
Okay. Do you have any plans on moving away from your mother's home anytime soon?
Well, when everything get up and running and I'll be able to generate some money, yes.
Would that be an apartment or a home?
It might be like a condo house type until I'll be able to afford something bigger.
All right. And Callie, do you have any other minor children?
No.
Do any of your family live around you in the Chesaning area?
My family's about 25, 30 minutes away from me.
How often does your family see Kimberly?
Probably about almost every weekend.
Okay. Are you dating anyone at this time?
No.
Okay. And looking to you, LaRon, are you dating anyone?
Not at all.
Does your mother have a relationship with Kimberly?
Yes.
And how would you describe your relationship?
She's around. They laugh, joke, play. My mom has this little toy dog that she plays with baby girl a lot with. So I mean, I think it's good.
You have 3 other minor children?
Me, yes.
How old are they?
Well, I have a 21-year-old, a 19-year-old, and then an 11-year-old.
Okay.
Which I have custody of both my boys, and I have joint custody with my daughter.
So you have physical custody. Okay. Which children do you have custody of?
So my daughter is grown now.
You're breaking up again. Can you repeat that, sir?
A little closer. I'm saying when my kids was younger, I had full custody of both my boys.
All right. And your boys are the older ones?
Yeah, they're the older ones, and I have joint custody with my daughter Journey.
And that's the 11 o'clock, the 11-year-old.
Yes.
How often do you see the Journey?
I see her all the time whenever I want to see her, but mainly now that school starts, I call her a lot, and we FaceTime.
Does she live in the area?
Yeah, she stays about 15, 20 minutes away, so I'll go over there whenever I get a chance or when she's free.
Do you have any overnights with her?
No.
Are you dating anyone? You said no.
No.
Okay. Other than your mother, do you have any other family in the area?
Yeah, I have both my brothers. I have cousins. I got a cousin who only owns a daycare, so if I do have to go to work and do what I need to do, she'll be very well taken care of.
Other than your mother, do your other family members have a relationship with Kimberly?
Well, they see her whenever they get an opportunity, but I wouldn't say that they have a wonderful relationship because they're not really around each other, but I think it's fair.
Okay. And Kelly, do you have any history of abusing drugs or alcohol?
No.
Do you have any concerns with LaRon abusing drugs or alcohol?
Maybe just alcohol?
Oh, Jesus.
Do you believe he drinks excessively?
I know he did and then he stopped, but other than that, I haven't been around him to know.
When did he stop drinking?
When we found out I was pregnant with Kimberly, he slowed down a lot.
Okay. Do you have any concerns that he may drink in front of Kimberly? Or drink excessively around Kimberly?
No.
Do you have a criminal history?
No.
Have you ever had any run-ins with CPS, Children's Protective Services?
No.
LaRon, do you have any issues with drugs or alcohol?
No.
In the past, did you ever have a issue or concern with drinking excessively?
I drink, but it's a social drink. It's not like I just have to drink all the time. But she's failed to mention during the times that I did drink, I was with her.
Do you think that Kelly has an issue with drugs or alcohol?
No. I mean, she does drink. She does used to smoke weed, but she can control it. It's not something that would consume her.
Do you have a criminal history?
No.
If you know, does Kelly have a criminal history?
Not that I know of.
Do you know if CPS has ever been involved with you or Kelly?
Well, not with me, no.
Okay. Kelly, do you have any issues with your physical mental health?
No.
Do you think LaRon has any issues with his physical mental health?
No.
LaRon, do you have any issues with your physical mental health?
No, but Kaylee does see a therapist or talk to a therapist.
Do you know why she talks to a therapist?
Not sure.
Kelly, do you see a therapist?
I do once a week.
Okay. How long have you been doing that or attending to this therapist?
I've been talking to her for probably about 2 years now.
And that was during the time that you and LaRon were together?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
All right. The next factor is the homeschool and community record of the child. She's only 22 months old. Callie, she's not doing any extracurricular activities. You don't expect her to do any chores in your home?
No.
All right. And LaRon, as far as you know, she's not involved in any sports or extracurricular activities.
Oh, not that I know of, no.
And would you expect Kimberly to do any chores in your home?
When she's older.
Okay, but not now as she's 22 months old?
Yeah, no. Yeah, right now is not the time to learn how to put clothes away.
Now, the court, or under the law, I would have to speak to the child. The child's of a sufficient age. I don't find that 22 months old is a sufficient age to speak with her, to get her preference on things, so I'm not going to talk to her. And we briefly talked about, Callie, about the communication, but would you encourage Kimberly to have a relationship with LaRon?
Yes.
Do you believe that LaRon would encourage Kimberly to have a relationship with you?
Yes.
LaRon, do you think you'd be able to encourage a relationship with Kimberly and her mother?
Yes.
Do you think that Kimberly or Callie would reciprocate that with you?
100%.
All right. Callie, do you have a history of domestic violence?
No.
Was there a history of domestic violence between you and LaRon?
No.
Is that true, LaRon?
Correct.
Do you have a history of domestic violence with anyone other than Callie?
No.
Callie, is there anything else you'd like to talk about or place on the record regarding the legal custody issue?
No.
How about you, LaRon?
Not at the moment.
Okay. And Kimberly, sorry about this. Callie, is there any reason that you're not communicating with LaRon?
The only reason why I'm not communicating with LaRon is because he can be very mean with his words.
Okay.
And I would just rather not have to deal with that.
I see. So, do you believe that this app close may help with that?
Yes and no.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm sure he's not going to say nothing he's not supposed to through that app.
Correct.
It's just not going to look well.
Exactly.
So.
All right. LaRon, is there anything else? Oh, so let me go back to Kelly. Is there anything else you'd like to state on the record, ma'am?
No.
LaRon, would you like to state anything else on the record regarding legal custody?
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. What I'm going to do, well, first of all, the parties have agreed that they shall have parenting, that Mr. Ruffin will have parenting time every other weekend, Friday at 3 p.m., picking the child up at Kelly's workplace till Sunday at 4 p.m. And the parties are going to follow the parenting time requirements under the front of the court's procedures. We're also going to do the app close for the parties, and there is a holiday schedule that the front of the court has, basically where the two of you would alternate holidays. Kelly, would you be willing to follow that?
No.
Okay, but LaRon, you would be able to follow that.
Yes.
And why would you not want to follow that, Kelly?
I just don't want to share holidays with him, and I know that sounds bad, but I don't know.
Why don't you want to share holidays?
Because I've had her the last 2 years for every holiday.
Okay.
And he doesn't celebrate Christmas and everything else, and I just want to do my own traditions with my daughter.
All right. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Well, let's go over the parenting time factors here as well. Kelly, is there any special needs or circumstances that Kimberly has?
No. She's
a healthy young child?
Yes.
LaRon, would you agree with that? She's a healthy young child? No issues?
Yes.
Okay. Kelly, is Kimberly nursing right now?
No.
She's eating healthy, she's eating solid foods, regular foods?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Kelly, do you have any concerns that Kimberly may be abused or neglected during LaRon's parenting time?
No.
Okay. And LaRon, do you have any concerns with Kimberly's parenting time with Kelly?
Sometimes.
What do you mean?
There's been a few times when, baby girl is not being monitored correctly and she would have a lighter in her hand, or the fact when she hit her face on her bed with her mama being present, or some marks that I've witnessed on her body.
You think those marks were caused because of some abuse?
I don't know if it's abuse, but I'm just saying they're there in her mother's care. And even she done got mad at me quite a few times when I asked her about, certain marks or whatever being on her body, and she would say, well, I didn't see it, it wasn't there. But when I show proof that it's there, it's still me coming after her and challenging her as a mom, which I'm just blatantly just trying to show you that there's something on her.
So you're thinking that Callie just jumped to the conclusion that you're alleging that she's abusing the child or neglecting the child?
Well, I'm just saying just keep more eyes on her because she's busy. I'm not saying 100% that, kids are busy. They run around. We can't keep eyes on them 24/7. But as for the most part, Kaylee's a wonderful mother. She does everything that she has to do for her. And I appreciate her for that. And I wouldn't trade this opportunity with nobody else. But just don't make me to be the bad guy when it comes to everything.
Kelly, you testified before that you're just afraid that LaRon may say bad things to you. Besides that, do you have any other concerns that LaRon may abuse you or do something to you if at the exchanges or as a result of him getting parenting time?
I don't trust him. I don't really want him around me, but it is what it is.
Okay. You don't trust him as far as what? What would he do?
I mean, I don't think he'd actually hurt me, but I just don't like the way he can talk to me and say things and belittle me and everything else and thinks it's okay.
Okay. Okay, LaRon, you don't have any concerns that Callie may harm you or berate you or do something to you at the exchanges or during your parenting time?
Not at all. But it just seems like everything she's saying is indirect.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. And again, we're going through these parenting time factors.
Yeah.
You live in Chesaning, but you have transportation.
Yes.
You have a valid driver's license.
Yes.
Do you have transportation, LaRon?
Yes.
And you have a valid driver's license as well?
Yes.
And again, the two of you are willing and able to exchange Kimberly at Kelly's workplace, correct, Kelly?
Yes.
Oh, correct, Kelly?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Kelly, has LaRon ever threatened or actually kept Kimberly away from you?
No.
Have you done the same with him? Have you ever kept the child away from him?
I guess you can say that I have.
All right. But your reasons are because he has not reached out to you to see the child.
Correct.
LaRon, have you ever actually kept the child away from Kimberly or Kelly?
Never.
Do you believe that Kelly is keeping Kimberly away from you?
Yes.
Do you have a response to her saying that the reason why you haven't seen the child is because you have not reached out to Kelly?
So basically, I do have a response. Kaylee wants me to talk to her nice, mild, and polite. I don't talk to her the way she's presenting it. I just don't say things like she think I should say it. Just like there was an incident when she was like, oh, well, when are you free? Now, we agreed to, me and her, every Thursday through Monday. So that's what my response would be. I'm not disrespecting her. I'm just reminding you of what you came up with and I agreed with. Just like every other time when you came up with something and I agreed with. Now, the only reason why I agreed with this every other Thursday through Monday, because she did move to Chesaning. And that would be a drive for her back and forth. But guess what? You have to drive down here anyway to go to work. So I don't understand the issue. Now, go ahead.
But she stated that she doesn't like talking to you because the way you speak with her, speak to her.
But once again, if I'm not saying things in a mild, nice way that she think I should talk, then here we are.
How do you speak with her? That raises the question here.
Like I just said, I do sometimes I can have a smart mouth, but it's not like I'm just cussing at her or just disregarding anything that she has to say.
Okay.
But when she says something that I don't agree with and I come back at her with the same stuff that she may or may not say towards me, then yeah, I will come back. But I'm not being disrespectful.
All right. Callie, is there anything else you'd like to talk about on the record regarding parenting time?
I did send in a bunch of text messages, and that will definitely show how he talks to me.
All right.
And just like when I did let him FaceTime with Kimberly, he called me, said congratulations because I was pregnant.
Are you currently pregnant?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That was when you were pregnant with Kimberly.
No. I was doing Kimberly's hair while he was FaceTiming her, and he had made the comment of congratulations because apparently it looked very girthy down there, according to him.
Okay.
So basically, and I can sum that up. She was doing baby girl's hair when she was eating some fruit, and I noticed her stomach hanging out. And somebody from work told me that she was pregnant. So basically, I was like, well, congratulations. She was like, well, what are you talking about? I said, well, you look kind of healthy down there.
Okay.
You know, and I can understand how that may come off, but it's not like I'm saying, oh, you a fat MF and this and this. No, I'm not doing all that.
Kelly, are you willing to follow the every other weekend, Friday at 4 p.m. to Friday at 3 p.m., 3:15 to Sunday at 4 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. Ron, you're willing to follow that schedule as well?
So Sunday, 4 p.m., she's coming here to pick her up, correct?
Correct.
So I just want to jot all this stuff down so whatever there's no lying coming into place. So as far as the holidays, can we start this holiday?
Well, I got to take a look into that. No one has agreed to that, so I have to see if the holiday schedule is in Kimberly's best interest.
Right, but I'm just saying, like she just stated, you know, some of the holidays when we was together, I would go to her family's house with her, so we would be together then. But the only reason why she might say that is because, you know, I would sit there with a certain look on my face because of some of the things that she would tell me about her family. So I wouldn't want to be there at the moment, but I only would go because of her. So I don't understand why we can't split that.
Okay. Again, she does not agree, so I'm going to take that under advisement.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That holiday schedule is in the best interest of Kimberly.
Yeah.
But Ron, you're willing to follow the every other weekend, Friday at 3:15 to Sunday at 4 p.m.
Correct.
Callie and LaRon, when can we start this every other weekend?
We can start it with this weekend coming up.
Do you have anything more? Go ahead.
Kimberly and I have plans this weekend.
All right.
We are going to my nephew's last football game, and then I want to take her to some apple farms.
Okay. So how about we start this on October 25th?
Be fine.
The only reason why I'm saying this weekend is, like she just stated, I haven't had her overnight. She had her every single day, just like during our tenure when she was staying in Mount Morris and I was still staying in Grand Blanc. I had Kimberly every single day. Even when she stayed upstairs, I had her 90% of the time, while she would come downstairs just to see her, for 5-10 minutes before work. I had her. And for her to just be removed like this is unfair, but I'm still willing to work with any kind of system that will be beneficial.
Yeah. But Kelly's saying that I already made plans with Kimberly this weekend to go to a football game and to some apple or whatever it is. So can we start this October 25th?
I mean, do I agree? No, but I mean, what can I do here?
Yeah. I'm not going to say you're going to have the child this weekend when she already made plans.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, she always make plans, sometimes, but
it's time for maybe for this hearing and before the two of you agreed on this every other weekend. So
yeah, it's okay.
Let's start this October 25th. Okay. And again, Callie, you agreed to using AppClose?
Yes.
Lauren, you're agreeable to using AppClose?
Correct.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm taking the matter of legal custody under advisement, and I'm going to prepare a report recommendation. I will as well prepare an order regarding parenting time in this matter. But as far as the legal custody report recommendation, again, I'm applying the best interest factors in this matter to the facts you just provided. I will prepare a report recommendation. Hopefully this should be done. It should be done by the end of this month. And both of you are going to receive that. Please review it. If either of you disagree with the recommendation, you may file an objection within 21 days after it is mailed to you. Then your objection would be heard by Judge Dickin, who normally hears those objections on Mondays. And then she will determine what to do from there. She can, adopt my report and just say that's what the recommendation is going to be. Or she can adopt my report and take other testimony from either of you or any other witnesses you wish to provide. Or she could just take other testimony and decide on her own what legal custody is in the best interest of Kimberly. Now, if no one objects to my report and recommendation within that 21-day period, it's going to automatically become a final order. Callie, LaRon, do either of you have any questions?
No.
LaRon?
I just want to figure out. She stated that she took her or stopped dropping baby girl off because of what reason again?
I don't know. It's in the record, so I'm going to review the record and determine that. She stated before that you didn't reach out to her to see the child, so she never reached out to you. Sounds like she never reached out to you to say, hey, when
Right.
you want to see Kimberly?
Right, now we working. But I just thought the reason why she stopped doing what she's doing because she brought baby girl on to drop her off, but yet she had a man in her car and got caught doing whatever she's doing while we were still interacting, and that's the main reason. But that's here nor there.
All
But
right.
I'm in agreement with whatever we got going on.
Okay, I will prepare that parenting time order before I do the report and recommendation, so both you should receive that shortly. And as far as that parenting time order, if the two of you disagree with it, or I get anything wrong with it, you may file an objection within 21 days after it's mailed to you. However, it's going to be a temporary order, meaning it's going to be in effect once the judge signs it.
No.
And it'll be in effect if either of you still object to that. And then, again, your objection would be heard by the court, but if no one objects to that parenting time order within that 21-day period, it will automatically become a final order.
Okay. So for right now, you said that we are shared custody?
No, it's temporarily sole legal custody, meaning Callie has.
Okay.
But I'm going to review the matter whether it should be sole legal custody, or joint legal custody.
Gotcha. So we're starting the 3 p.m. pickup from work when? Monday?
October 25th.
Okay, gotcha.
Friday. Yep. October 25th is a Friday.
Okay.
Friday, October 25th at 3:15. You're going to pick up the child at Callie's workplace.
Okay.
Is there a place that the two of you generally exchanged, Kimberly, at GM?
It used to be the back parking lot.
Is that correct, Callie?
Yes.
And that will be the same location?
Yes, the back parking lot.
Okay. And the two of you are going to use the app close, so if there's any issues, the two of you can communicate with one another about that.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Callie, anything else?
No.
How about you, LaRon?
Not at the moment, nope.
All right. I do appreciate everyone being here today and being here on time. I have nothing further for either of you. I do wish everyone best of luck. And with that, we shall be adjourned.